from Atelier or whatever. Whatever that means. I don't... Oh, God. No, Big Yawn. No. No. Whatever that means. But anyways, yeah, we're back. You thought we weren't because it's later in the day, but no. I just have been sleeping in till crazy late hours. For some reason, I've been sleeping like ass. But it's okay because I got water. We got water, we got juice. We got ready to go. We're ready to go. I don't know what we were needing to do. Last thing I knew about is we made weapons and armor for everyone, right? Yeah, we made weapons and armor for everyone. I guess I can just check the quest log. Knowing Claudia, she's probably working again today. Hope she's still down at the shops. And Rune's exploration is going well, so it might as well be a good time to get everyone together. Just for a little chat. I bet we'll find them in the Academy District. Yeah, easy. Okay, so everybody wants us to go to the Academy District. Except for the Claudia story, which they want us to just go to, like, where she always is. Okay, cool. It's good to know that we know where to go. You know what we haven't done in a long time is go down to the cafe. So we should do that. Uni. Because if you don't remember, this is how we earn money, and we have not been doing any of them. Hunt Renpuni, we can do that. Deliver bomb dragons, we'll turn in some of those. Easy. What did I just accept? Resentful screams. I don't even know where to get that. Oops. Deliver a bomb. Oh shit, I should stop like accepting things when I don't have them. Maybe I should do that. Reputation with bandits, sure. Deliver seeds, I don't have any. I don't have any seeds. Tough logs, I have a few of those. Scrap paper, got a bit of those. Okay, what did we accidentally accept? Hunting Puni, resentful screams, and make a bomb. We can do that. We can do that. Let's go hunt those Puni real quick. Red Puni are the Maiden's Catacombs, correct? It literally just told us and I was not paying attention. I immediately forgot. We had immediate forgore. But that's fine, that means we can test out all of our new stuff. Because we do have a lot of it. And we need things anyways, because we went through a shit ton of materials, just breaking down gems and crafting and all that stuff. So it'd be a good idea to grab some things as we go. Alright, this is what we came here for, though, is the Puni. Ooh, new item. Amber flies. Okay. I'll take that. I'll take some of that. That's some juice. Okay, we're in it. Oh yeah, we're just deleting people. We've got it. And that counts as multiple because there was more than one in that fight. Okay, well there goes another one. Easy. Where are the others? not who I'm after. Out of my way. Yeah, I was gonna get more stuff done today and go into town and stuff, but I just slept in really late. So that did not happen. Wow, who would have thunk it? This is some stuff worth getting. But that's fine. I can do some stuff tomorrow or whatever. There are no laundry days soon. I just need to pick a day to do laundry. Maybe we'll do it like Friday or something. This gives us meat. All kinds of giant birds' nests here, but there's no giant birds. Get over here. I'm gonna kick your ass. Okay, aggressive mode, take him down. Hell yeah. Clean fight. I believe that means we only have... Oh no, that's all of them. Okay, I was about to say, I thought we only had one more to do. And we only have a couple, we have 6 more that we need to do with this specific party comp. So we should have that soon as well. I forgot about the swordmen. I forgot there were swordmen out here. New item. Ancient bugs. I'll take some ancient bugs. What do you have for me? These are all good to get. Oh no, hiccups. Don't like that. Don't like those. Oh, please stop. Oh, please stop with the hiccups. I don't want any. Where are you going? Are you running away from me? Am I too high level? Do you fear me? I think they fear me. Okay, good to know. Good to know that I'm just too strong for these guys. Okay, I think that's everything that we came for. Just a short trip this time. So, let's drop off our stuff. Poonie's back. We can feed them and send them off on another adventure. Feed. Eat the bugs. Eat the bugs. Gold Poonie. Ooh. I wonder what they're gonna bring us. Okay, let's make the bomb real quick because we accepted the quest and I'm dumb and I accepted a quest without looking at what it was. We'll just make a really shitty bomb. Like, we don't even need to make anything good. We just need to make it. Okay. Okay. Alright, there's a bomb. Do we have a bunch of skill tree stuff? Oh, we do. When did we get all the skill tree stuff? We can unlock wind shoes. I don't know what wind shoes do, but we can unlock those. It's a dead end. I think what we want is... a lot of things. I think I want wind shoes. Just that way I don't have to look at them anymore. There we go. We learned the recipe for wind shoes. I don't even know what those do. Step quantity +1. And then once we get 250, we can probably learn Zettel. Zettel would be good to learn. Okay, cool. We switch over here. What else do we have? Resentful Screams, right. I don't know where to get those. I guess I could look it up, but I don't want to do that. I don't feel like it. I accepted a mission by accident. Okay, so what we want to make is... What we want to make is... wind shoes! Not enough materials. God damn it. Don't know how to make either of those things. What is a sorcery rose? What is a spirit bottle? Those are probably things we have to make. I would assume those are things that we need to make. Damn. Okay. Well, I guess that's fine. Let's go turn these in. World map. Let's go turn these in at the cafe. No, not accept. Report. Here's your items. What else can we turn in? Do not have 3 honey. I do have these. No, I don't, I guess. Polishing powder. I can turn those in. I do have 2 of those. Magical. We can turn those in. Seafood. We can turn in more of those. Seeds I do not have. Tough logs, we can turn in some of those. Magic tome piece, turn in some of those. Seeds, honey. Okay, that's everything. Good enough for now. We are increasing our reputation with some people. Story progress. Ooh, something's happening in the Artesian district.
I want to see what's going on there.
What's happening? Whomstavistov has things. Empel, hi. What are you weirdos doing here? Alright, fine then, don't say hi to me. Jerks. Ooh, big yawn. Big yawn, oh no. Huh? Did something happen? Oh, Ryza. Thank you for that bomb. It was much stronger than anyone realized. It created such a marvelous hole. Maybe I made it a little too strong. And wouldn't you know it, they uncovered some incredibly rare stones. Oh, it's all pink and glittery.
As far as we know, this can't be found anywhere else in the area at all.
Oh, Dennis.
Usually you have to head all way far north if you want to mine it. They have plenty up there, but it's hard to transport down here, so it's pretty valuable.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God. But it's all pretty fragile and degrades quickly, so it's not really good for processing.
Oh, really? I was hoping I could wear some of it.
I definitely can't do anything with it, but maybe Ryza can.
Wait, what are you... Really? I don't know anything about...
In which case, let's see. Those are notes for when I try to make an accessory with this stone. Maybe they'll come in handy.
I'm not sure. I wonder... Take the stone. Will you please, Ryza?
No, you can't use this stone. See how the stone is starting to get discolored? If it's exposed to sunlight for too long, it starts to carbonize from the inside.
Wow, really?
you want to turn it into accessory, you'll need to find a way to get it to reflect the heat from the sun. This one's no good now, but they're mining a lot more now, so I'll likely have more in my shop soon.
I'm sure you can do it. Ryza, please try.
I have to say, I'm curious to see what you can do with it myself.
Excuse me, I have not agreed to this yet. I'll try. If I can get the right materials, that is. Sumiston necklace. The reward is a table. Okay. Stinky trash. Stinky trash. Alright, let's go check on everyone else. I regret eating before stream. I regret it. Oh, I feel heavy. I'm tired now. Fee. I don't mind you having fun, Fi, but don't get overexcited and wander off. Fee. You're a good boy, Fi. Maybe I should get you a little present. Okay, Fi. Pick out whatever you like. I was about to say, is he really gonna go for the whole lobster? Huh? What's wrong? Couldn't decide on something? That's okay. In that case, let me see. Why don't we get some sweets over there and eat them together? Yeah, that sounds good, doesn't it? Okay, then let's go. Aw, you're just so cute. Good cutscene. Very productive. Okay, let's go talk to Claudia, because she's who we're looking for. Claudia? Claudia, why aren't you loading? Claudia? Where are you, Claudia? Claudia, you're missing. Okay, well then, I guess we're not gonna visit Claudia. We're just gonna go move the story forward. That's fine. That's fine.
Seems like your investigation of the ruins has been going well.
Yeah, well, we did get to go to some ruins at the bottom of a lake.
Yeah, Tao told me about it. I never want to do something like that. I'd bite straight through my candy.
Yeah, you always do that. You take a few licks and then crunch. Hello there, what are you all talking about? Oh, Claudia, okay, so listen to this. Boz. Hey, Clifford, are you being a weirdo? Why are you harnessed to yourself? Huh? Hey there, Clifford.
Howdy. So, do you guys spend all your time together or something?
Well, we are friends.
Yeah, I get that, but you always go exploring together too. Why is that?
Huh? Because we're friends. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, what other reason would we have to go on our own?
I've always done all my hunting solo. Naturally, I'd have to work with others once in a while, but when things come down to it, I'm always on my own. Well, if you have enough ability to just do everything yourself, there wouldn't be any reason to team up with others. If anything, they could end up just dragging you down. Right, that's how it works, isn't it?
Well, maybe treasure hunters have to be more calculating about how they approach things. Yes, your work is much different from ours, so I can see why you might have to be more rational. It's different for us because we just like being around each other.
You mean you enjoy going on adventures together?
Yeah, of course. Going all out on your own sounds kind of sad to me. Clifford, why are you tied to yourself? Has that always been a part of his design? I think that's new.
You think it's sad being alone? I see. I never really thought about it that way. Anyway, sorry for bothering you all. Thanks. That guy's weird. What even was the point of all that?
I'm not sure, but it sounds like he's been out exploring all on his own this whole time. But I think it's way more fun to take people with you.
Oh, Clifford. He's a good little weirdo. He's a good little weirdo.
I like Clifford. Oh, hello, Ryza. What are you two doing here together? I haven't talked to Claudia in a while, so we were just reminiscing about our time together 3 years ago. Everyone has changed so much in just 3 years, especially you, Tao. You think so? Yeah, I was really surprised when I first saw you. Exploring together again really takes me back to those days. But I do wish Lent was here with us too. Yeah, Lent. I wonder where he is, and what he's doing.
Probably bashing into a tree repeatedly. Eating meat.
Hey, how come... as long as we're chatting, why don't we do it over some tea?
Oh, I could go for some tea.
Oh yes, let's do that. Are there any open seats? Huh? Oh, there he is.
Speak of the devil, it's like Beetlejuice.
Hey, is that? It is! It's Lent! Wow, he looks so different, I almost didn't recognize him at first. We were just talking about how we wanted to see him, and here he is. I don't believe it.
What is that face?
What voice does Lent have?
You guys are here too, huh?
That's not a good voice. We're not doing that. Hey, what's the matter with you?
Sorry, but could you just leave me alone?
Lent, we're all here to get back into some adventures. There are ruins around here unlike anything we ever saw back home.
Yeah. The ones to the south, right? Inside some cave. I saw them already.
Huh? Did you say south?
Yeah, I found them when I got lost wandering through the woods. No idea how I got there. No idea how I got back.
South of the city, in a cave. Wonder if he's talking about the mines. There's a mine not far from the city, filled with abandoned caverns. There could be some ruins there. I had no idea. Let's go and check it out. Why don't you come with us, Lent?
Sorry, I'm busy. See you later.
What's crawled up his ass? Lent? He's gone. Is he on some important journey or something? He seems distracted. Even if so, I've never seen him like that. He never acted that way towards us, even if we fought. Yeah, I wonder if something happened. Well, if he says he's busy, there's nothing we can do. I'm sure we'll run into him again. For now, let's just go look for those ruins he mentioned.
Something's weird going on in those ruins. something fishy is happening in the ruins.
Hey! Are you finally at your post? There she is. Okay, she loaded in this thing. Hello? You, Claudia? Oh, sorry, is it a bad time? No, it's fine. You'll excuse me, I have urgent business to discuss with my associate here. You just leave? Oh yeah, very urgent. I like to think that Ryza just doesn't know what's going on. Woo! That guy looked pretty nice. Is he here? Ryza! You know better. Sorry. No, I'm sorry for raising my voice. But no, he's just a business contact. I've only met with him a few times. Wow, really? But you two seem pretty close. He has a reputation for moving fast with women. Uh-huh. Really? Even during our business discussion, he kept asking me out to dinner. I don't know what to do about him. Oh. I can't reject him outright because I can't afford to ruin our working relationship. Listen, Ryza, if someone asks you out, you don't have to say yes, even if they seem nice, understand? Sure, that's good advice. Tell people no. Are you really sure? You're very cute, you know, so you have to be extra careful. I'll be fine. I would never do something like that. I may be a teacher back home, but I always end up feeling like a little kid in front of Claudia.
Claudia? Claudia is very popular.
Oh, weird. There's people outside the window again. Where am I going? Down towards the entrance. What's that, south? I think they're at south. Right? Right? No, not south. We need to go east. It's this way.
East? I thought you said west.
The Patrick Star quote. What? How do I have like a... Oh, the Artisan District. Okay, I was about to say, how does that lead anywhere? Always could go for some sardines. Very useful item. Very, very good. Are you Miss Ryza the Alchemist? I serve a man by the name of Thomas. Please call me Maid. Please. You can have a name too, you know. Madame Maid. Okay, fine. If you insist. Your great feats have been noticed by Master Thomas. Thus, he would like to speak with you directly. Hey! I don't know who this is. Okay, this is probably Thomas.
Madam Maid, you walk too fast.
Master Thomas, I've found Miss Ryza.
Wow, that's amazing, Madam Maid.
Excuse me, who are you? Why is she not allowed to have a name?
Oh, my apologies. My name is Thomas, and I own a trading company here in town. Miss Ryza, I've heard that you have contributed greatly to the people of the royal capital with your alchemy. Would you please consider saving me as well?
Well, if it's something I can do.
Splendid. Madam Maid, would you please bring out that thing?
Yes, Miss Ryza, please take a look at this. You'll be rewarded fairly for this.
Thank you for accepting. Now, if you'll excuse us, Miss Ryzelyn.
Sure. Maybe you should, like, tell me what I'm doing before you make me accept it. They came and went like a storm. Well, I think I can make what they were asking for. They said they'd give me a nice reward, so I could try it out. Cool. A nade ring. I don't know how to make nade rings. Aristocat reputation unlocked. Yeah, I don't know how to make a nade ring. I don't have that recipe. I probably need to unlock it. We probably should, like, at some point find time to just go down the skill trees or the crafting trees. Put your return to the Atelier. Good to know. Alright, where's everybody meeting up?
Something artesian district.
Wait, I know where it is. There was that place that we got kicked out of earlier. Yeah, that's where we're going.
The mines are south of the city, right? Is there any way to get to them without going through here?
It is possible, but not recommended. It takes longer, and the path is much tougher. It looks completely rusted. Is there any way to get it to move?
What are you doing there?
Excuse me, we have some business to attend to inside. Could you please open this?
Miss Patricia, but beyond the gate is...
We have to enter the mines. Will you not let us through?
Of course. I wouldn't stand in your way, Miss Patricia, but I can't open this gate.
Huh? Why not?
It's been abandoned and forgotten for so long, it's completely rusted shut.
I see. Then we'll have to find another way after all. Wait, it's just rust, right? Why don't we just remove the rust and oil up the hinges? It sounds like you have a plan, Ryza. I do indeed. Now that I know what's wrong, I have the perfect solution. I'll get to work right away. Hell yeah. We have things to make. What's wrong, Tao? You keep sighing.
No, sorry, I'm just exhausted from having to think so much.
Would I be right in assuming you've been thinking about that legend again?
Yeah.
Have you figured out anything new?
Not really. To be honest, there's a whole lot I'm not sure of.
I keep coming back to one idea over and over again. That perhaps the legend wasn't just a single legend originally. What do you mean?
Well, the details are all over the place.
Ancient ruins, alchemy, a beast that devours magic, a mysterious luminous spirit. There seems to be too many different directions for a single story. Yeah, I guess there isn't much consistency. So I think maybe this legend we came across was actually compiled from numerous separate legends.
Oh no, the hiccups.
And that's why Clifford only knew certain parts of the legend. But if they're actually totally separate legends, it wouldn't really be that strange. Exactly, but if that's the case, it begs another question. Why would someone take all those legends and try to combine them together? Who would do that? They must have a reason, right? I would assume so, but I can't imagine what it would be. Right, so maybe they're all still related somehow after all. Even though they are separate stories, they're still connected by something at their roots. And that's why they were put together. But then, if that's true, what could the connection possibly be? The giant monster. It's the giant monster. It just doesn't make any sense. I need to do more research. Gonna fry your brain. making lubricants. Hell yeah. Red creating lucky pendant. We learned to make Samisten necklaces. Cool. Hell yeah. Okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. We'll be right back. It'll only take a second. Just one secarino, neighborino. We weren't gone forever. We weren't gone forever. We're back, but we weren't gone forever. Ooh. I regret eating before stream. I feel really heavy. I feel so heavy. Okay. Okay, we have stuff to make. We got some alchemyizing to do. Don't have any Samostin, so that's not good. So we can't make that until we do. Song plays in your nightmares. I mean, we can change it. We can change it if you want. Because this game's really cool, and you can completely customize the playlists for all of the music tracks. So for the Atelier background, and then you have access to every game in the franchise as free DLC. So, like, we can throw in some Sophie music. So... yeah, no, it's actually pretty dope. They do this for, like, most of the modern Atelier games. Everyone that I've played. So, like, Sophie onwards, that's a thing you could do. And you can, like, change everything to, like, the battle music for, like, bosses and story bosses and all that stuff, too. And you can, like, completely select it as, like, a playlist that'll pick from as well, not just, like, one song. Which I think is pretty dope. Let's play... Waltz Do You Want? We can do Hum While You Work. We can have this stuck in your head instead. We can play this. I know this song. I just know this song. Let's play. Let's play Disorder and Order. The song's pretty good. Let's play some boss fight music. Just hardcore alchemy time. We need to make some glorious oil in order to progress. So let's do this real quick. What is this? Trait slot, synth quality, gunpowder, trait slots, wind, element value. Okay. Nothing too crazy. We just need this in order to progress. Oh, I got hiccups. I got the hiccups real bad. I really don't like it. Yeah, this is some intense menuing. It gave me hiccups. That's how intense it is. Holy heck. How many of these do we get? We get 2 of them? We'll just make the 1. All done. This is about the most slippery lubricant you can ask for. Good job, Ryza. Good job, Ryza. You did it. Phoebe! It does look pretty, doesn't it? But don't you try and lick it. You should get everything nice and slippery. Better make sure not to slip and fall, though. You sure did it, Ryza. Anyway, let's try to go out to that gate. Can we please just get this part of the story over with so we don't have to talk about lube anymore? Can we just let's get to the mines. Let's just get to the mines. Let's go to the mines. Let's go to the mines so we don't have to think about that. Go to the mines, that way we don't have to think about this anymore. Oh, we should probably stop by Dennis's place since we're running by. Because Dennis, I believe... Hello, we just made the slipperiest lubricant, according to Ryza. The slipperiest lubricant that she's ever seen. We needed it for story, Pony Leather. You liar, you don't even have the thing. You told me that we were gonna have the ingredients. We did not have the ingredients. Hey, how you doing, Tara? WD-40. Well, like, we basically made WD-40. Well, no. No, we didn't make WD-40. We're using it for WD-40 purposes, though. Because we can't open this rusty door. Give me this. Alright, check this out. Glorious oil. I think this is right. Yes, yes, we made the glorious lubricant. Don't slip and fall. That's what Ryza said. Don't slip and fall. Did it work? You know what also would have worked? A ballista. Just a battering ram. Whoa, it moved right away.
Was it really that easy? Ma'am, please stop pouring olive oil on my door. What did you do to it?
A little of this, a little of that. Oh, where did he go? Oh, the cutscene's moving.
That's amazing. You said it was pure magic. I totally believe you.
I think I would have to agree.
Well, whatever it is, the door is open now. But abandoned mines are dangerous because there's always a possibility of a cave-in. I really prefer nobody go in there.
Oh yeah, he's got some powerful pockets.
I implore you, Miss Patricia, please don't go into the mines.
Don't worry, I won't unless it's absolutely necessary. Yeah, that's Howdy's nipple pockets. He stores his milk in there. Well, I guess that's not a lie. Hi. Ma'am.
Is this another companion of yours, Miss Patricia?
You look like a moth.
An Orin? Interesting. I didn't expect anyone to know what I was.
Wait, an Orin? Really? Now that you say it, they do look pretty similar.
If you already know, I suppose there is no need to hide it. I am Sari of the Orin.
Sari Glaus. Just all of her leg is out.
I happened to overhear your conversation. Do you mind if I join you?
He drinks that shit raw. Oh yeah, he's a cowboy. He drinks that shit raw. He has a straw that he will extend and pull out of his pocket. Huh? But why?
I have my reasons.
Okay, fine. You're way too trusting.
Hey, hold on a second.
I only now recently realized, by the way, he's got these weird ribbons that are on his handcuffs things that he's wearing. They also attach to above his butt. Those go around to a lock thing that's right above his ass. Clifford's design is a lot. The more and more I look at it, the more things I'm figuring out. I'm still finding things in his design.
You can't just let someone join up like that. You don't know the first thing about her.
That's fine. The Orin are all good people. Ryza, the only Orin you know are Lila and Kilo. Sure, but she seems like a good person too, and even if I said no, she'd probably still follow us. It would be irresponsible for us to let her wander around those dangerous mines all alone. Well, he wants to be cool enough to, like, cover one eye, but he also knows he can't see like that. He has a monster logo on his mask. He's sponsored. He's a sponsored cowboy. It's all frayed in the back.
Well, I guess you welcomed me into your group when I was a total stranger, too. Fine, it's your call, Ryza. But if she turns out to be a threat, I'll be forced to deal with her myself.
I tried to leave the decision to you as well, Miss Ryza. Thank you, everyone. Welcome aboard, Siri, and nice to meet you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Man. I would definitely be lagging behind and a little to the right in this party. Siri has joined our party. Destroy a wood element. What? When Siri executes normal attacks or order skills, she gains a special buff called Wood Element. When the Wood Element buff is in force, all her skills will be boosted. The boost amount depends on the current Wood Element level. The higher it is, the more powerful skills will become. What? Wood Element will disappear after executing a skill chain, but it can be applied again afterwards. Oh. Think about carefully which skills to boost and choose your commands wisely. I guess she joined us now. Alright, what's her deal? She has a lot of HP. She has more HP than anyone else in the party. I cannot judge her attack because we have like super weapons on everyone. So yeah, what does she do? Stab. Okay, that's a good start. Low damage and moderate chance to gain Wood Element. Okay. Spirit Call Plus deals magic damage to a single target. Damage is based on Wood Element level. Spirit Call Plus if that knocks them back if the tactics level is high enough. Deals winds-based magic damage to a single target, reduces wait time according to the Wood Element level. Deals wind-based magic damage to a single target, reduces wait time according to the Wood Element. If T level +2, increases wind resistance by level 1 per short period. She also has Ivy Wall, increases defense according to Wood Element level. Okay, so that's for like tanking. And then she can summon Balsam, deal magic damage to a single target, increase Wood Element level by 2. If Wood Element isn't applied, grants Wood Element level 2. Action order, issued at the start of a special attack. Charge when enemy is stunned, deal magic damage on an area, and grant Wood Element level 5. Issued instead of a normal order that is issued at the beginning of battle. Raises attack, defense, and speed of all allies. I do like that. Okay, she's got some interesting stuff. I definitely think, like, we could definitely play her as a tank. Yeah, extends any buffs on herself, consumes Wood Element to replenish your stun gauge. Wood Element is already applied. Okay, so she could be a tank. She could definitely be a tank. We don't have any equipment on her though, so she's not joining the party quite yet. Into the mines. Southern outskirts, abandoned mine railway. All right, we have the bomb rod equipped. We will just incinerate anything that we try to, anything we try to gather with that thing. Gotta be a little careful about that. Okay, nice. Ooh, big chimpkin. Big chimpkin. And he does want to fight. Massive beak. Absolutely massive. Big lad. Oops. Probably should have blocked. Deal magic damage. You got it. Alright, we're increasing tactics level. That's good. Skill damage up. We'll tag into the fast boy. This is good for just building up meter. Tactics level and stuff. He's really good at that. And also ending fights quickly because, you know, he spams abilities. Alright, 5 more battles with this party comp and we can switch to a better one. That's fine. We have this is a whole new area, so we have a bunch of stuff to gather here. Gather material of the plants category. Oh, we're gonna do that anyways. Queen Spiderweb. We can use this to make a better bug net. We can make better bug net now. We can make the best bug net. Oh, that's good news. We can upgrade bug net. Which way are we supposed to go? I don't want to go the correct way right away, because this is a whole new area with whole new materials and shit for us to gather, so I definitely want to get our hands on a bunch of the loot around here. This looks like a phoenix. I wonder when we're gonna see dragons. I want to see a dragon. It's an albatross. It's not an albatross. We'll all share a target. This isn't who I meant to switch, but that's fine. That is fine. Get the buffs going. Multi-slash. Oh, no, 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 no. Take him down. All right, easy. No big moves. No big moves. Nice. What do we get here? Nothing new, but items nonetheless. Okay, first round of attacks in. Let's tag in. With this, we can go in and do big moves. And they'll use their order skills, and hopefully this bird should die. This bird's still alive. Not for long, though. Yeah, 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 twin shot. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Easy. Easy clap. Take down the bird. There's nothing down here. Up ladder? Windmill.
What is this?
We can gather all kinds of stuff from here, but I think what we want will be these. This is good music. I like this area. It feels very, like, old movie. Hello? Yes, please. That is not where I was facing, but okay. Whatever you say, Ryza. Whatever you say. A big egg. A big egg. So, I'm wondering how far into this game we're gonna get and how far into October it'll be before we get to move on to our next stuff. Because, I want to play spooky games. I want to play spooky games this year. We always try to play at least one, right? What do we got here? Gold beehives. Ooh. But I definitely want to try and play a few. I have a few, like, on my list. Some are more spooky than others. Some are just, like, violent. But I think for our sake, that probably counts under spooky games. We don't typically play that much, like, violent games. I don't want to spoil any of the things I have in mind. This game is pretty spooky. I mean, falling into alchemy hell is pretty scary. That is some scary stuff. But I don't want to spoil any of the games I have in mind, but I have a few. I've been looking at. One isn't really a horror game, but I want to play it anyways, and I think it would fit in with the vibe. I was thinking, like, as a joke, have the first thing we play be Dead or Alive 6. We're not gonna do that, that's why I'm saying it specifically. But I thought it would be funny if the first thing we play is Dead or Alive 6 for Spooky Month, and just be like, ooh, the scariest thing of all. Censorship. Jiggle physics. Ooh. Beware. That's my dumb joke that I had in mind, but I don't think we're gonna do. Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights or whatever it's called. I have not played any of the Scooby-Doo games except for like the Cyber Chase one on PS1. That's the only Scooby-Doo game I've ever played. I don't know. I spent like forever digging around on Steam and stuff too. Like, I think my problem is like the kind of horror games that I'm really into, like at least the ones that I really, really want to play. Because I actually love horror games. Because like I chose my username like ages before I became like streamy person. And that's because I do, and it comes from the fact that I do really love horror. I love horror games. I love spooky shit. I'm just very picky about it. And while I don't have anything wrong with like a lot of like modern horror games that come out, they're all just kind of samey. And because I've already played a ton of them, I'm not really interested in playing a lot of the more like walkie simulator-y ones. I want to see something really weird. So like it's a lot of work for me to find like horror or horror adjacent games that are like fitting what I'm looking for or something that I haven't played like a billion times. Yeah, it's so weird that people think of DOA as like, because that's the thing. I grew up like I was a kid playing Dead or Alive 2 on like the Xbox and stuff. Like, and then I would play Dead or Alive 4 on the 360 and stuff. Like, I've always played Dead or Alive as like the fighting games. I've only ever played the Dead or Alive Extreme games like once, I think. And I understand that they're thought of as like the booby games. I just always forget that people don't know that they're fighting games. I legitimately enjoy Dead or Alive. I think they're legitimately really fun fighting games. They're super casual feeling for me, but I just have a good time with them. Cole, what the heck? What the hickety heckety? We're talking about Dead or Alive. Thank you for gifting those to Pingu, Crowd, Spooky, Korhawk, and blah, blah, and Aluka. Holy heck, thank you. You don't have to. I don't provide very good incentives to. Thank you, though. I hope everybody enjoys their emotes. Thank you, thank you. We're talking about Dead or Alive. And how people don't know that they're fighting games. Because I own Dead or Alive 6. It was given to me as a gift recently. As like a joke gift, and I'm like, I actually legitimately really enjoy the Dead or Alive fighting games. I always have. Like I've always played them. And they're fun. They're legitimately fun fighting games, even though their story is dumb. I don't know, I've been dabbling in Dead or Alive 6 lately. Ow, ow. I did not block in time. Probably just should have done some magic damage instead of that. Did you know that subs are they? Yeah, my Shiranui from King of Fighters is in Dead or Alive 6. I don't have her unlocked, but I do think that's pretty dope. I do really like my Shiranui, so. There's also Atelier costumes. There's Atelier Ryza costumes in Dead or Alive 6 that you can buy as DLC. Like, you can get Honoka dressed up as Ryza from, like, the Ryza 1 costume. It's really confusing to look at. Oh, that's not what I was looking for. I don't know, Dead or Alive games are fun. They've always had like interesting crossovers because Koei Tecmo has like Koei Tecmo has a lot of connections. It's just you don't think about it because you don't think about it. Sadly, Clifford is not a DOA costume. He's not from Ryza 1. Claudia is. Ryza and Claudia are. Which is pretty dope. I just realized everyone needs healing after this fight. We'll just end the fight and it'll be fine. Let's use like... Actually, we should use the Rose Bomb because that's... It's interesting though. I don't know. I like Dead or Alive. I always have. But they've always had like interesting characters. I mean, Hayabusa is like a mainstay. Like he's one of the main Dead or Alive characters, and he's Ninja Gaiden. Like Ninja Gaiden man, is like one of the main characters in Dead or Alive, and has always been there. It's interesting. Mai Shiranui's in 6. One of the Dead or Alive games. I can't remember which one. It might have been 2 or 4, because I don't think I've played 3, has a Halo Spartan in it, and she's like a big, slow grappler, and she's really cool. There's all kinds of cool stuff in Dead or Alive. And they're legitimately fun fighting games. That's the part people miss, is like they're legitimately fun fighting games. Wow, our pockets are very full. Let's drop off everything at the cafe. Not at the cafe, at the Atelier. Hey, Steech, hello. I'm talking about Dead or Alive. Poken's fun. I enjoyed Poken. I didn't play a ton of it, but I did have a lot of fun with it. I played it on the Wii U. Right, I forgot we changed the background music in here. Let's change that back, because that is intense. Let's change it to something less chaotic. Let's get some Fierce music in here. What's a good Fierce song? Yeah, let's just fill up this playlist with Fierce music, because we didn't get to listen to a lot of it, because that game is flawed. Tragically. I do really like it, though. Yeah, this is all battle music. Ooh, wait, what is that? What is this song? Ooh. Atelier games have such good boss music. Yeah! Hell yeah! Ooh, that's good. Yeah. Okay. Did I not change it? Did I forget to confirm? Okay, no, I didn't. Okay, we're good. Anyways, like I was saying, Atelier music has fantastic boss music. You just don't hear it very often because these are not very like combat-centric games. So you don't get very many chances to listen to like the absolute banging fucking boss fight music that just goes hard. It's so good because normally you only really hear it for like secret bosses and then like the final boss. Usually those are the only times you get to hear like the intense Atelier music. And every time it comes on, it blows my mind how good it is. Like, oh, they get like all the classical instruments in there still because, you know, that's the vibe these games go for. And then they just get like something going with them. They're so good. I love Atelier music. Like, I also love most of the soundtrack that's just like laid back tunes and adventuring music as well, but it's just, it's a very different vibe those are going for. Right, we don't know what the giant beetles are. I don't know. I adore, if there's one thing Gust knows how to do, is it's play some damn music. Oh, do we got a cutscene? Oh, it's a minecart.
These mines stretch out forever. I'm sure there are lots of these down there.
But where's the actual entrance to the mine? Why don't we just jump onto one of these minecarts? I'm sure it'll take us straight to the entrance.
Come on, these mines have been abandoned for years. The wheels must be thoroughly rusted.
Even if it does move, it could derail, or the brakes might not work. It's far too risky. The cart itself is also in terrible shape. The bottom may fall out as soon as you put weight on it. Oh, all good points. But I bet it does lead to the mine itself. If we follow the tracks, we'll be sure to find the entrance. But there's debris everywhere, so we need to be really careful. Oh, I would. Some of them do. Like, some of the boss fight music in these games do just go, like, fucking dancing mad for no reason. Yeah, I definitely think Atelier, is, like, one of those franchises that, like, if this was a popular franchise, I think people would praise the music of these games a lot more. Like, people praise Dragon Quest music, and I don't think Dragon Quest music has anything on Atelier. But I also think Dragon Quest music is a little overrated. I'm not big on Dragon Quest music, with the exception of Dragon Quest VII. Which I'm fine saying that, because the producer is also a bit of a scumbag, so... And by a bit of a scumbag, I mean a lot of a scumbag. The music producer, like, not the people that make it. Yuji Horii is fucking dope. It's specifically the music guy. Dancing Man? Oh, yeah. Like, listen, I love One Winged Angel. There are so many better songs than it in the Final Fantasy franchise. I think people just are very 7 focused, so One Winged Angel typically gets away with it. But it's a very good one. I can understand why people love it so much. Like, it's not like it's a bad song or anything. It's fantastic, but Dancing Mad, so good. Or Kuja's theme? What the fuck is Kuja's theme called? I can't remember. I always just call it Kuja's theme. Kuja's music, his boss music, is so fucking good in Final Fantasy IX. You know what the thing that upsets me the most about good Final Fantasy music, though? It's that Final Fantasy 13-2 has the best music in the whole franchise. By, like, a mile. Like, it's not even close how good the Final Fantasy 13-2 soundtrack is. Even 13-1 soundtrack is still stands up as, like, some of the best music in the franchise. And that infuriates me to no end. Because I hate those games, as we all know. But they're some of my favorite video game soundtracks. Just in general, like, RPGs or anything. Yeah, like, the Final Fantasy 13 games have such good music. I hate that. Soken? What has Soken done? I'm really bad with names of people. Let's just pretend there. I pretend all the 13s don't. I don't like any of those games. Well, I shouldn't say that. I haven't played 13-2 or 13... I've tried 13-3. Probably shouldn't have tried it after not playing 2 and hating 1, but whatever. Those games have good music. I really want to like them. I really, really do. understand why some people do. Some people really, really do like 13. I think people thinking that those games are ubiquitously hated is very much an overstatement. A lot of people love the 13 games. I don't like them, but I also think people are wrong in why they say they're bad. So, you know, whatever that means. Oh, right, I should probably do a full charge. I think a lot of people's criticisms of 13 are incorrect. As someone who... Yeah, no, a lot of people do, that's the thing. I don't know if you were here for it, Jabber, but we did do like a full playthrough of 13 here, of me giving that game like, it's like, I think I said a second chance, but it's actually like the 4th chance that I've ever given that game. I have, I've put a lot of work into trying to like 13, and I just get more and more angry at it the more I play. But it's because there's so many things about it that I do think are really good. I just think it has so many good ideas that it kind of drops the ball on, or it doesn't let you explore in the depth that it should. It infuriates me because it has moments where it shows its potential and then just like really doesn't, for like the majority of that game, does not let you. Yeah, basically my whole thing going through that game and my opinions on Final Fantasy 13 are, it is one of my most hated games of all time because it has the most potential, and I also think most people's criticisms of it are completely wrong. Most people's complaining about 13 is like, it's linear, it's auto combat, has no depth to it. Those things are all wrong. Like, it's linear, yes, but like, that's not the problem with that game. The combat does have depth to it, it just doesn't let you play it until the last 2 chapters. Saz is pretty great. Saz is the only character in it that I like. I really don't like those characters. Well, no, Fang's good. I always forget Fang is in there, but I really like Fang. I don't like Hope and Lightning at all. I don't like either of them. Snow is fine. He's just fine. Saz is great. I actually really like Saz. Oh, okay, you're talking about Final Fantasy 14 music. See, I don't play 14. I'm just not an MMO guy. Vanille, I just find Vanille annoying, but it has nothing to do with her as a character. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, almost every RPG, not even just Final Fantasy, but especially Final Fantasy, but just most RPGs are not these open experiences, especially the ones of that era and the ones before it. He's more than fine picking up what I'm putting down. Yeah, no, I pick up what you're putting down. I'm smelling what you're dishing out. Are all linear. They just create, it's just 13 doesn't fail in being open. It fails in creating the illusion of a world for like most of it. My problem with 13's hallways are that they are so abstract and there's such a lack of like life in them that it doesn't feel like you're on an adventure. It just feels like you're going through like Sonic the Hedgehog levels, like classic Sonic levels, which I love for games like that, but for an RPG, like, there's a lack of the things that create a sense of place in the locations. For me, the biggest example that I always point to is the lack of shopkeepers. The lack of shopkeepers or any kind of inn or anything is like, to me, the towns are one of the most important things in any RPG, because those moments like that and locations like that, like landmarks like those that like make things feel like a world, help you establish that you are on an adventure, and they help a world feel like a sense of adventure and progress and all these things. 13 doesn't do that until like one part in the middle and the very last chapters, like the last 2 chapters of the game. All of your stuff before then are just like abstract locations, which are very pretty to look at. I think they're beautiful, but when going through them, there's nothing that make them feel like a thing. And that's why people complain about the linearity. They think it's because it's linear that it creates that feeling, but it has nothing to do with that. Look at, like, all the other Final Fantasy games and the progress you make through them. 10, 7. Hell, look at 7. How many times in that game are you going somewhere and you have to make a decision on whether you want to go left or right, or, like, you want to go off and do all the different things? Not very often, because the only way to go that there's anything to do is the next town in the story. The linearity is not the problem, it's that it's just that the lack of creating that feeling of world in it. You can have, like, 10 is, like, the example that, like, everyone points at to support it, and I actually think that is a good example. Because 10 has all those things, but it is, I would say, just as linear. But because it puts in the effort to build up these locations and put little things like that in there, that it creates a sense of world. It lacks the detail. I like 7. I think it's really overrated. I like 7 fine enough. It's like my 5th favorite Final Fantasy or something like that. I think it's a really good game, but like 5th favorite Final Fantasy is still high up there, but it's not my favorite. I use it as an example though, because it's the one that everybody knows, which makes it the strongest thing to point at, because the most people know about 7. But that's kind of like the big problem with 13, is it does so many things like that. Like, that's how it feels in world building. But in turn, like, you should have actual shops, not a floating laptop that you see every once in a while. That honestly, to me, was the biggest thing about 13 that I hated. I can forgive the auto combat. I do think that combat has depth. It just doesn't let you play with it until the very end of the game, because it's constantly unlocking things, and none of them click together until you have all of it. And you don't get all of it till that last chunk of the game. That's why that game frustrates me, though, is like, it's because I looked into it and I gave it the time it needed, that I understand what it's going for, and I like a lot of that stuff. I just don't think it kind of doesn't use any of it very well. It has a lot of potential, though. I want to play 13-2 at some point, because I want to see them learn and improve. 3, I have a soft spot for 3. 3 was one of my early Final Fantasies. I played the DS version. It's very fun, but I also have, like, a charm. I have a soft spot for, like, old school RPGs and stuff like that. No, it's all good. I don't mind reading text walls. Listen, I'm mashing buttons in this combat. I am not paying attention. Sure is a game that exists. I've heard mixed things about it, but I want to try it. I want to see how it improves and learns. I'm curious on that game on, like, I like learning and studying and thinking about video game side of me, but I want to play that game. Not as much because I'm invested in 13. I never played Crystal Chronicles. I'm going to switch controllers, because we just got a low battery notification for one of my Joy-Cons. So I'm going to snap these bad boys in. And I've had my Pro Controller charging since last stream, so hopefully it should last on us. Whether it's MMO or not doesn't really matter as far as music goes. Soken is really good at... Yes, I'm impaired. Soken's really good at doing stuff like integrating earlier characters, themes, motifs, and later compositions. Boss music, oh yeah, I love that shit. I would just have to look up what he's done, because if I've heard any of it or not, because I'm not familiar. My favorite Final Fantasy games are tied with either 12 or 9. And for me, like, it's one of the reasons why I talk about 13 so negatively, is I care a lot about world building. My favorite things in fantasy are, like, the worlds and the characters and all that stuff, especially the worlds. And 12 and 9 have fantastic world building. I absolutely adore those worlds. I think 9 has a better story, but 12 has more fun gameplay, so I go back and forth on which one I call my favorite. But you could say it's a tie, it depends on the mood. Those are good games. I love 9 and 12. I'm glad that people are coming along on 12 as well, because people didn't like 12 at first. Definitely the Zodiac Age versions are much better than the originals. The originals had some problems. Yeah. Oh god. Oh god, I'm choking. I tried talking while still swallowing. Tactics. I have not played Tactics in a long time. I don't remember Tactics very well. I want to replay it at some point. Yeah, I'm kind of sick of these giant multi-game epics that Square is really into with like Kingdom Hearts and like Final Fantasy 13s and all. I don't know. I don't have the time to be invested in those kind of things like I used to. So I just want my RPGs to be like one story. That's kind of where I'm at now with it. I'll keep up with Kingdom Hearts because that's the one I'm already in, and I love Kingdom Hearts, but like, I don't know. I want more standalone shit. It feels, I'm so like sick of everything needing to be a part of a giant conglomerate stitching of a story. I say that while I'm reading One Piece, of course. I can't be enough of a fucking hypocrite. Thanks for some 41 song. Yeah, that's what came to my mind too, is ending team. But also Live Alive. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Live Alive respects your time with what it is, though. Like, Live Alive is shorter in all of those stories combined than one of these other RPGs. Like, Live Alive respects your time, and it tells the story. It does that while also respecting your time. And it doesn't get too fucking convoluted. Why do things have to be so complicated? Since we're in a fucking pop-punk mood. I'm always in a pop-punk mood. God, I love pop-punk. As much of a fucking shitty, problematic genre as it is. It's just got good sounds. Yeah. I'm in too deep, and I'm trying to keep all this lore in my head. Instead, I'm going on. I mean, that's the point I reached whenever, like, the mobile games became, like, lore-heavy, and I'm like, I'm not playing the mobile games. I'm just not doing it. I'm sorry, Kingdom Hearts. You can't get me to play games on my phone. I tried, and I'm like, this is not fun. Like, one of the things that keeps me going with Kingdom Hearts is I legitimately just think the gameplay is fun. And the mobile games don't have that. There's that Hanatake. Yeah. And the thing is, they don't have to be. They just... JRPGs have always had this weird idea of, like... value comes in the amount of time you can cram into a playthrough. Because even Dragon Quest is guilty of this. Dragon Quest VII famously is the longest Dragon Quest game because it just keeps going and going and going, and it wastes so much time. It's a well-paced game, but it like reuses the same areas a billion times. I don't know. I love JRPGs, don't get me wrong. These are some of my favorite games of all time, are all JRPGs. One of my favorite genres. But goddamn, I wish we could get more of them that, like, don't fucking waste my time. I say as I'm playing Atelier, which is like 90% fluff. Wow, I love the scenery here. This place is really huge. I wonder how many people used to work here. I heard so many people used to live around here. Yeah, 9% of the game is useless filler. Exactly. I think like the filler in Atelier makes more sense though. Like, I think that's one of the things that I find really interesting about the Atelier franchise is a lot of the things that are really annoying in other games, due to what this game is trying to be, just work contextually. Grinding tons of items and like just going in the middle of a field just to go pick some berries and then come back makes sense because you're an alchemist. It's what you're doing. These games are a lot more slice of life and cozy, so having like interactions that don't really add up to anything makes more sense because of the vibe it's going for. Like, when that shit happens in like a game where I'm trying to save the world and there's like a countdown and shit, I'm like, this is the fuck. Yeah, exactly. Things that people like, context can completely change what things are, and I think Atelier is a perfect example of a lot of things that are like contextually bad in most games that do it just make sense here, like, and it just isn't filler anymore. I haven't played any Xenoblade. I'm nervous to try Xenoblade, honestly, because there's a part of me that every time I look into it, I want to play it because it's a very important historically JRPG series, and I'm fascinated with that kind of stuff. But every time I look at a Xenoblade, I'm like, this looks like something that would just drive me insane. This looks like something I wouldn't care about. But I'm also fascinated with like wanting to play it for historical reasons. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's exactly, that distracts from the core of the game rather than being a part of it. When these games are all about fluff, so like being able to enjoy that fluff is it's what you come to this for. It's very different. Exactly, like that stuff is the core of this. Yeah, I feel like I would at least get something out of playing Xenoblade. Like, that's kind of my biggest thing, is even if I come to the conclusion at the end that it's not for me, I would at least get a lot out of it. I know that for sure. So I want to play Xenoblade eventually, but trying to find time for Xenoblade is the hard part, because there's a lot of games that I also feel that way about, that I also think look like I would have more fun. And I would probably not be annoyed by. When the royal capital was a major producer of metal, this area was very heavily populated. Both the local citizens and people who came from other lands all worked together here. There are some who made their fortune here and purchased houses in the capital or even rose into aristocracy.
That sounds pretty amazing. All those stories of dreams coming true.
Indeed, but once the mine was abandoned, it became nothing but a field of those shattered dreams. Yeah, for me, the core of Kingdom Hearts is always that they're just fun adventures, and like, despite how silly and crazy the story of Kingdom Hearts gets, which I enjoy the crazy, silly story of Kingdom Hearts, like, they always keep that, like, tone throughout most of it of just having fun. I think that's a very important thing with Kingdom Hearts. If they ever drop that, that's probably when I'll drop Kingdom Hearts. I am sorry, I don't know why I felt the need to bring that up. No, it's okay. I'm glad you told us. Yeah, it's an important part of the city's history. We should know about it. I don't know, I'm curious. I'm just curious. Gold Pony! I'm very curious about Xenoblade more than anything. And I'm not gonna know my opinions on it until I actually play it, so. That's kind of the big thing too. It's just, I need to find the time to, and there's so many other big time sink franchises. Cause like, you gotta remember, I'm also wanting to play through like all of the modern Atelier series eventually. So that's why we've been like, we'll play one. Usually whenever I have time to fill in like with a non-new release big RPG, we usually just play one of these. Because I have the entire Dusk trilogy installed on my PC right now. Gold Pony! These guys are made of money. These guys are actually made of money. Also, let's switch in. Oh, we have new move. What is Luminous Strike? I don't even know what any of these do now. We have like a bunch of new shit. Nice. Tag in Ryza. We're gonna change back to him. We're gonna item rush. No. We're gonna get more combos in. And then we'll item rush. Okay, Ryza will buff us. Yeah, I know for a fact that Xenoblade's gonna come down to how much I can tolerate the characters. If I end up liking them, I'll probably really like it. If I end up not liking them, we'll have a problem. That to me seems like really the big crutch for what Xenoblade's gonna land on. Alrighty, and then when it's my turn, we're gonna deal big damage. Gold Poonie Balls, hell yeah. Oh, I didn't look at how much money we have. Our basket's full. I'm hoping so. Like, I want to like it. That's kind of the thing, though. I go into every game I play wanting to like it. Like, I don't like going into a game with, like, negative... With the idea of being negative on it. I never want to do that. Ooh, we got a bed. Alright, let's feed him. You can eat some cloth. How much money do we have? We got a lot of money from killing that thing. Holy shit. Or no, I don't know how much money we got from that, actually. Let's upgrade our bug net. Let's upgrade our bug net. We can also make a fishing pole, because we have not made a fishing pole yet. Oh, wait, no, we can't make a fishing pole. We don't have it unlocked. I think we've been over this like 100 times where I'm like, we should make a fishing pole. And then I go to make it, and I'm like, right. Have not unlocked it in the skill tree yet. Fishing pole. Okay, we're gonna unlock Zettel. Yeah, I think the thing that makes me most nervous about Xenoblade is there's a lot of like anime tropes, modern anime tropes, that I can't fucking stand, that every time I look at it, it looks like it super leans into. And I'm like, I might hate this. Definitely most of the time when I see that kind of stuff, it's when I look at 2. 3 looks interesting. 3 looks good. Staff quantity +1. See, we're at a weird crossroads where we can do really anything. Let's get the fishing rod. We're just gonna get the fishing rod. Let's just get it over with. Yeah, and I think it's like very specifically a lot of modern anime tropes that annoy me a lot more than classic ones. It's why I find myself watching a lot more older anime in more recent years. Just because I find the tropes less annoying. There's still tropes, don't get me wrong, there's still tropes. Like everybody says like older shows weren't as tropey, and I'm like, they were just as tropey. It's just very different. It's just tropes that you're not annoyed by. Versus a lot of modern stuff has a lot of tropes that a lot of people nowadays aren't annoyed by. Let's make this fishing rod. No matter what media you're consuming, there's gonna be tropes. Like, and tropes aren't inherently a bad thing. We need to make alchemy fibers. We're out of alchemy fibers. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why people think trope is inherently a bad thing, because it's not. Hell, a lot of the time, if you go back and check out things that created the tropes, you'll usually find that it's not It's not that bad. But also it's made with intention, not just because, you know, trope. Not because that's what the kids like. The kids like it whenever the love interest is a shitty cook. And that's what the kids like, and there's no other reason to do it other than that. And it's like, no, that joke came from a place that made it funny, not because it's the thing to do. Sorry, I'm thinking about Urusei Yatsura. Urusei Yatsura is a fantastic manga and anime that created, like, just so many of the tropes. And that's not a bad thing. A lot of them are really funny, because they weren't tropes back then. They were done as, like, earnestly written jokes that are, like, well done, rather than that being the thing to do because that's the thing to do. But that's just talking about writing and how people go about it. We have access to a lot more of these, so I'm comfortable using them up. I guess we'll just dump the rest in the synth quality, probably. Just use up the last of our cotton grass, I guess. None of these matter. We'll just put quality, quality plus. Oops, 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 oops. Quality, quality plus. Yeah, and also, like, if I criticize something, that doesn't mean it's bad. That means that I don't like it, which is very different. Yeah, absolutely, but, like, it's using things with intention versus using them because that's the thing that people like, right? Like, everything is a trope. At one point, everything is a trope. Exactly. Oh, right, we were making a bug net, and I just didn't do that. Right, we were making a fishing rod, and I didn't do that. We didn't make, like, literally any of the things that I just wanted to make. I just made some thread and was like, alright, let's go. Let's make... Where is it? Fishing rod. Oh, those alchemy fibers, man. Those are doing a lot. Can I organize this a little better? Sort by ice? No, I can't. Okay, we're gonna have to dump a lot into here. Okay, we'll add the trait slot. I'm just gonna use one of these because it's cheaper. One more. Okay, so we have the higher level of fishing. Trait slots. We want the gathering up medium, right? So we're gonna fulfill that. Now, can we fulfill the gathering large? No, we cannot. Oh, wait, no, that won't work. Yeah, never mind. We won't be able to. Damn it. We can add trait slots, but I don't really care about doing that. We're not going to be able to get the gathering up large, sadly. So we'll just put whatever else we can. Fishing rod, 1 unit. Now I've got a fishing rod. This place seems to have lots of nice fishing spots. I wonder what I'll catch. Tutorial, fishing rod. Equip the fishing rod in order to use it to catch fish in rivers or lakes. If you spot ripples on the water's surface, there's a fish lurking nearby. Approach it and press A. You don't know what you'll catch until you try. The next big whopper might just be waiting for you. And there's this girl who was very serious about her studies who told me she'd like to learn alchemy. And that's great, so she'll be your apprentice someday, huh? I hope so, but her kids' age never really, but kids her age never really know what they want to be when they grow up. But that's fine, it helps to understand what alchemy is about, even a little bit. I'm happy to teach her. After all, how else am I supposed to keep alchemy from fading away into history? I am surprised. I did not expect you to have put that much thought into it.
Yeah, you sound like a proper teacher. Anyways, that's enough about that. What about you, Claudia? Huh? What about me? Like, you and your flute. You've been keeping up with your practice, I assume. If you don't mind, could you play a little for us? I've been dying to hear it. You know how to play the flute, Miss Claudia? I'd be very much like to hear that as well. Well, if you insist, give me a minute to prepare.
She's gotten bad, hasn't she? Oh, it would have been funnier if she got bad.
That was amazing. You've really improved over the last 3 years. It was quite touching. I'm not sure I've ever heard the flute played so wonderfully. Thanks, you two. I haven't played in a while, so I was pretty nervous. Seriously, Claudia? I just love the way you play. Oh, stop. I can feel my face getting hot. You two really are amazing. I don't have anything I can pride myself on like that. Come on, Patty. You're just as amazing. You're a noble lady, and you can do all kinds of things. Is that your idea of a compliment? Huh? Claudia, what's wrong? Yeah, I'm fine. Is Claudia sick or something? She's been acting kind of strange lately.
God damn, these girls are always fighting over each other's attention.
Pony. Pony.
Alright, let's sort by constitution. Can we constitute you? You're just a red pony again. Okay. Go have fun with that. What are we making? Bugnet, bugnet, bugnet. Okay, so items. Equip the fishing pole. The important thing is we have capable fishing, which allows us to reach rank 2 fishing. Synthesis, and then we want... Where is it? Bugnet. Bugnet. Okay, so we need to get all the way over here. Yeah, we need to get over there. So let's put in all the basics. Gotta put in the alchemy fibers. We're using a lot of alchemy fibers. More alchemy fibers. Am I gonna run out of alchemy fiber? That's not good. Just one of those. Oh, we need 2. Okay, we're gonna need to do sort by ice. We're gonna use a shark fin. Sort by fire. It's one of these. Okay, we made it. We made it just fine. It's one of those. We level up. Boom. XQ synthesis? No. Because now we need capable bug catching and proper bug catching. Nice. So if I understand correctly, yeah, rank 2 insects, rank 3 insects, and then very high quality rank 3 insects. Interesting. Where do we go for that? Trait slots, not that way. Where the hell is it? Expert bug catching. That requires another bug net. God damn it. Can I even get over there? Let's see if we can even get over there. Because if we can, we might make a bug net. For the sake of making a better bug net. We can, and we have a lot of stuff we can fill in. We need to make a bug net. Okay, we're gonna make a bug net real quick. We're gonna make a high quality bug net. Okay. And then we want this, so we're gonna have to use alchemy fibers. Maybe use one of these. Nice, nice. What is over here? Gathering up. Are none of these important? None of these might be important. Okay, let's filter traits. We want quality plus. We want to get as much quality in here as we can. Nice. Let's use both of these. Okay, cool. That does that. We don't want to use up the last of our alchemy fibers. We can do some of this. Traits. Can we get more quality on here? We want as much as we can, right? So boom, boom. What does highest quality mean? Ooh, gains 10% additional quality when transferred. Oh, I get it. Okay, we want to increase the quality of this, though. Okay. So that gave us a bug net. We actually need another one, so we're gonna have to duplicate it. Fee! Fee! I'm so glad you're here with me, Fi. To be honest, I was kind of lonely coming here all by myself. This was my first time really leaving home. I wasn't sure if I could handle living on my own. I know I always act cheerful, but inside I was feeling pretty lonesome. But I'm okay now. Thanks to you, I don't feel lonely at all. Fifi. You're my family now, okay, Fi? You'll stay with me even when I go back to the island, right? That means of course, right? Thank you, Fi. Poonie's back. Ooh, a piano. Is that a goat? Did you just bring back a goat? Excuse me. Sir, put this back where you came. Put this back where you got it from. You can't just take a goat to the apartment. Poonie? Poonie, you just brought me a goat. Excuse me, sir. What do you have that can boost mood? Green Poonie. You brought a goat home. Place exact. Where can we put the goat? We can put the piano there. We can put dinner bell, a barrel. Ooh, we can put the goat up here. Put the barrel there. Potted palm. Okay, no, this can be the barrel, and we can put the goat here. Yeah, goat is furniture. Exactly. Goat is furniture. Didn't you know? Goat is furniture. Goat is furniture. As you do. Okay, that's everything. Goat is here now. Where's Goat? See, here's Goat. They are here. Hello, Goat. What's she doing? She's alive, by the way. She's moving. This is just a living goat that the Poonie brought home. Okay, well. Try not to bring home more goats. Okay, actually what we need to do is the duplicate cauldron. Because we need to duplicate this. Oh, we don't have very many of these. Thankfully, this stuff is much cheaper than the other things we were doing. No, we want gem reduction. Okay, that gives us 10,000, so that should be good. Oh, that's so many gems. That's so many gems. Okay, so we want some of these. We'll make 3 bug nets. We don't need that many bug nets. And then we can duplicate some of these. 6 of these might be good. These are actually really good items. So we could use some alchemy fibers. Okay, synthesis. Where is... Where is my bug net? Bug net. Okay, now we're gonna make the actual better bug net, now that we have the materials. Just do one of those, and that should move us down the line. Oh, no, we needed 2. We needed 2. We need to use another one of these, which is why we need like a whole bunch of alchemy threads. How much do we need? We need 2 ice here, so we have to use a shark fin. We need to use a strong gas. We can use a weaker one here, because it's not any type of specific value that it's looking for. This is where we throw in the golden spider, queen spider web, or whatever it's called. Do not execute synthesis yet. Queen spider net. Let's go. And then here we gonna, I guess we can put it in a crate slot. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Sort by wind. Just put one of those in there. That adds general goods. That's not what we're looking for. Lightning. And then this is where the bug nets come in. Boom, and we have exactly enough. That's exactly enough for us to be able to get expert bug catching. So we're not gonna get very many things when we use this, but we're gonna get things of higher quality. So we're trading off like quantity for more diversity in different materials that we can gather, which I think is very much more worth it. And then later on, we can probably make better. Wind shoes. Still don't know how to make either of those, though. So if we go to equipment, not equipment, items, we can go here and we can equip our new master bug net. Nice. Now we have access to more bugs. Yeah, so we only got 1 bomb dragon from that. So yeah, we're gonna be gathering much less. At least with the bug net. We got 3 bomb dragons from that. That's good. Okay, we need to move forward. What do we have left here? We've been everywhere here. Okay, we need to get moving. We do really, really need to get moving. We can fight a dragon. Get more dragon wings. Hit him with the bug net. As you do. We can just go in, I guess. We have a bunch of new moves that I don't know what do. We should probably look into that. Like, what the hell is crystallizing aura? What did I just do? Oh, no. This is a big one. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it fast. Kill it fast. Kill it fast, please. That didn't do anything. Okay, cool. We're good. No, it's trying to do a big move. Kill it. No big moves. No big moves. Did we complete that quest? Do I not need to use this party formation anymore? Oh shit, okay, we can change our party formation to something better. Use Spirit Call in battle. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Synthesize food, use Twist Spinner, and Spirit Call. Okay, let's change our party comp. I want this. This is the build meter team. There we go. I think this should do. All right, let's go in the mines. It's so dark in here.
Naturally, we moved immediately from blinding light to total blackness.
Ah! Well, that was close. Are you all right, Mr. Tao? Yeah, I was just surprised. I can't see anything, but it seems like the ground is covered in junk. There's old equipment scattered everywhere. I get the sense the mines were abandoned in a hurry.
Well, we did know the mines before might be trouble before we came. And it's like one giant maze, too.
It might be even more dangerous than we realized. Right, we should be double careful moving forward. Now way deep in the mines. Mining, mining, mine, 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 mine. Mining, mine, mine. Alright, staff is our best gathering tool, I think, right now. So since those are all the same, we'll just do this.
No pony. No pony. Alright, cool, we're good. I keep on forgetting to look at our new moves. Oops. Yeah, see, this is why I have this party comp, because both Clifford and Tao are really good at building action points really quickly. And then she's not as good at it, but her abilities do way more damage. So basically, they enable her to do her thing better. He's about to get stunned. That's not good. Okay, we just need a turn. We just need a turn to build up. It feels like our damage might be starting to fall off. Or not. Maybe I just need to do better. I think I just need to do better. Yeah, I just need to do better. Okay, I want to see what these new moves do. Everybody got new moves. Okay, what is all of these? Talon Zapper deals physical damage to a single target. The more attacks in your change, the higher the critical rate. Oh, okay, so that's like a finisher. That's how you want to finish your combo. Got it. And then he got Twist Spinner, which is just AoE. And then she has Wild Growth. Oh no, she already had Wild Growth. We already read that. Ryza has Crystallizing Aura, deals ice-based magic damage over an area. Okay, so ice AoE. Spirit Dance increases fire, ice, lightning, and wind damage dealt by all party members. Okay, so it's a buff. And then he has Luminous Strike, deals magic damage to a single target. Okay. Nothing too crazy. The most interesting is on Claudia. Alright, next fight. Let's get that sweet, sweet XP. Let's all team up on one guy instead of all spreading out. That sounds like a good plan. Alright, clock up. Everyone gets a speed boost. Swift feet. Everyone moves faster. Cool, keep it going. That's how we're rolling. That's how this party comp is supposed to work. Start it. Keep it moving. How the hell do you fit in the Talon Zapper at the end? Is it just like do that and then swing in the Talon Zapper at the end of basic attacks? Yeah, that seems to be it. It's just like a guaranteed crit. Okay, that's interesting, actually. Big damage. That's interesting. I'd rather just combo skills together, honestly, rather than dump it all into the one. But it's good for crits, I guess, if you want to get crits. This game's combat system is so different from what I'm used to doing. I still don't quite understand what is good. I know what I'm doing, I just don't know what I want to, like, build into other than, like, hitting things. We should build buffing items for sure. We definitely need to, like, start doing some research into whatever items are buffs. Because I feel like that's just going to be more useful than kill items in boss fights. But I could be wrong. Big crit energy. Let's work together on this guy. Alright. My turn is up. Everybody gets their buffs up. Speed. Action. Ah, I should have blocked. Nice. Well, help me build meter if you want me to do physical damage. Nice. One, two. Quick draw. I meant to do Talon Zapper, but whatever. We ended up building enough meter anyways, so we're good. Using her is weird. She's a really weird character to use. Probably because she's all built about crits, and I don't like building crit.
Why is there only light over here? It looks like they were using fairy stone as a light source. As walking through the pitch black mines for so after walking through the pitch black mines for so long, this is kind of relaxing.
True, but all the other ones have faded out. Why is this one still bright?
It's been here, shining here all alone this entire time. And good luck for us, though, right?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Do I know which way we're heading? Oh, this is like a whole area. This is like a whole ass area. Ooh, new enemy. Alright, everyone take down the Black Plume first, or not. Do your thing, pal. You build that meter for me. And I'll join you. Okay, got 1, 2, and Talon Zapper. Yeah, that's a cool combo. And everyone gets their buffs off, clock up. The action order's going. Quick draw. Oh, okay, I can't chain the ability into basic attacks. Got it. Oops, I did that wrong. Also, this thing resists physical attacks. I should probably switch into Ryza. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Cool beans. I probably should check and see what our other options are for gathering here. That's all the same. Those are all the same. Alright, let's not overfill our pockets right away. This gives us a couple different options, both of which are good. I think I'd rather go for this right now. Also, can I dig here? Can I dig? Keep on forgetting I can do this. Cave bat wings and demon blood. Interesting. Let's grab a bunch of this. There's some Arknight here. This is some good loot. This is some good loot. Ooh, Vortex Sand. Do like me some Vortex Sand. What's this? What do we have here? Only things we can get with our staff. More Bomb Rod. What is this? We've been using the Bomb Rod on these a lot. We need to get some more of the Nectar Rocks and Crimson Ores. What do you mean locked off? I'll lock you off. You can lock your ass.
Get wrecked.
Okay, see, now's the time to switch over to dig mode.
Time to ride my weasel. Hell yeah, let's go.
Okay, we're definitely going to be getting a lot of minerals out here. Nice. Nice shot! Fantastic! Sorry. I just had flashbacks to a different game. It's completely dark here. We could try to feel our way through, but that seems a little too dangerous.
Right, we don't even know if there's a path through here. We probably shouldn't try to force it.
We need to come up with a way to deal with the darkness.
I mean, I can force it. I can see just fine. I don't know what y'all are going on about, but I can see just fine. We do need some of the bugs from here. More specifically, we need the the Lapis Papillions. Are these guys new? I think you're different from the ones we just fought. I'm gonna bug net you. And we tag into Ryza. And come in with a Shining Blast, Crystallizing Aura. Boom. Clifford's doing his thing. Drop in with the item rush. With this, we can do one of these. Rose Bomb. Oh, that only hit one guy. Well, shit. Nice. Easy. Ooh. Yeah, see, we're getting good loot. We're looting and tooting. Okay, it looks like, I guess we're technically debuffed with the darkness, but nothing crazy. Nothing we don't know how to deal with. It just means that things aren't highlighted. Which I guess we could probably fix, but whatever. What's that? Dark Garden. Ooh! Neato. Damn it, pockets are full. Oh, but this place is cool. I don't have that color of rope. Oh, I felled over. Oh no. Oh no, I felled over. Oh shit, oh fard. Okay. Let's go back to the Atelier and drop some stuff off. Whew, I think it might be time for a nap. Yes, it's open.
Well, you do not seem too busy.
Mr. Abelheim, is something wrong?
It's a really good animation, just poof. I'm just wondering how you've been doing lately. How's your alchemy research going?
It's all good. Thank you generously for renting this room for me for free.
Good, good. I'm glad to hear it. But hopefully you haven't forgotten, Miss Ryza. There was a condition to me giving you this room. While I did not ask for you to sacrifice your life or well-being to help the people of this city, at this point I'm unable to see any visible effort on your part, and it would appear that you have failed to meet the condition. In that case, how would you suggest I deal with the situation, Miss Ryza?
It's okay. You don't have to deal with anything. I'll do whatever I can to help everyone starting right now. What are you talking about? I've been helping.
Is that so?
I promise. I've been helping.
Very well. I'm willing to trust you on this. I have high expectations for your future accomplishments. Goodbye.
Well, that guy's a dill hole.
That was so scary. Guess I haven't been trying hard enough. I should go check out the bulletin board.
I go there sometimes. I'll occasionally go look at what the people need. What a rude. What a hard ass. Okay, so out of these, we can grab a lot of things. I specifically want... these all are tempting. I want to make a goddess cup. Energigansia. These are all support items up here, I'm pretty sure, so I kind of want to make these. That's expensive. Can't afford that. So we're gonna get what we can afford. Okay, and then those are kind of expensive too. This up here would be nice, the max quality 600. Maybe we should get that as well. Ooh, those are 600 each. Max quality 999. Damn. No, we're going back in the mines. We haven't even found the proper dungeon yet. We're just in the mines. So the interesting thing is, there's different routes we can go down. So I want to go the wrong way real quick. I want to go the wrong way and see where that takes us. So we just need to crawl through here. Did Ryza tear her shorts? When did that happen? Were those always like that? I don't remember that being like that. What did we do? When did we tear Ryza's shorts? Crystal Cave of Oblivion. How do we have the highest tier item and the lowest, but not in the middle? Angel Silk. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, there's a ladder to get back up, so we're good. Oh, there's all kinds of new mushes. Yo, new mush. New mush just dropped. Golden crowns and dark mush. Yo, I could go for some of that. Some of that new mush. What can we get from here? Let's do some of these. I want more aqua ores. This gets us Arknight. This can get us many things. Yeah, we have all kinds of options down here. Cool. What's the map for this room? Okay, cool. This is like a one-room thing. So this is... We can explore here before we move forward. I think we need more of whatever the green rock is. The water... Yeah, the waterside moss stones. You know what? It makes sense if we tore her shorts, because holy shit. Books? Books. Ooh, new mush. Oh, it's just mushroom powder. I guess we haven't found mushroom powder yet in this game, so maybe that's a better thing that I'm giving it credit for. More credit than what I'm giving. This place is so weird looking. It's so dark, but so bright at the same time. I want more of those papillions. Such a weird environment. It's cool. It's just really weird. I want more papillions. We're not getting any. God damn it. Cave bat wings are good. Can rob this nest a little bit. Just a little bit. A little bit of nest robbing. Okay, let's keep moving. Which way can we go? We can go like all the way down. There's apparently a boss, like not a boss, but like a strong encounter towards the end here, so we gotta be careful about that. This is a new enemy. Meteorite dolls. And then tag out with Ryza because... Block. Come on. Tag out. We're in. We can do magic damage, which is what we need. Ah, shit. There's so much happening. Clock up, that's good. Item rush. Let's do both of these. Nice. And then... Come on. Come on, Ryza. Get your turn. Okay, and now we need to tag out. We actually need to change our party. We have too much physical damage for what we're dealing with here. We need an item rush. Let's do one of these. Heal yourself because you've taken a lot of damage. Use a luft. And that's all you can do, so. Grass beans. We need better healing items. Well, he's got a bit of magic. the combo going. Nice. Cosmic Burst. Alright. Looks like there's one left. We got him. Hell yeah, there we go. Nice. Ooh, enemies in this room are kind of strong. Keep that in mind. Enemies in this room, kind of strong. Where's our beams? HP gain's small. Do we have a better one? Do we have a better HP gain? Where's all our beams? We don't. He's got the best healing item, and it's not healing for enough. Yeah, we need to work on better support equipment. A lot of our items just need general upgrading. We need to get on that soon. Let's change our formation. We need magic damage. So we're gonna switch you out with you. Because Patty can only do magic, or physical damage. She has no magic. And a lot of the enemies around here are just like, they're just magic. Or they're magic, they're just they're just magical resist, or physical resistant. We need to use magic against them. That's what I'm trying to say. I like having the other two here to build meter. Yeah, this is going much better. This is already going much better. Okay, it's charging up Swift Throw. Go after this guy. Nice. Come on. How are the enemy's stats? How do you want me to do that? Okay, we did it somehow. I don't know what I did, but we did it. Okay, demolition. Finish off this dude, please. Nice. Next target. Let's Spirit Dance, Infinity Arrow, and then we can keep working on this stuff. Bring in Ryza. More demolition. Item rush. Here's the big one. Just use a left and finish it off. Oh, they didn't do it? Okay. Thankfully, Tao came in clutch. Clutched out a win. We're almost level 40. Let's heal up. I want our next fight to be against that boss. Okay, beans.
Everyone eat your beans, everybody. Everybody gotta eat your beans.
I think we're ready. Where's that boss? He's nearby, right? Oh, he's not even nearby. He's just like over there. Oops. I was wrong. Boss isn't as close as I thought he would be. That's fine. Now, why on earth can I go that? Oh, there's just like books over there. Nah. We'll just go the straight and forward route. We'll just travel like a normal people. Ooh, new enemy. Okay, I know I said our first boss I want to do next is gonna be the boss. I didn't know we were gonna counter something new. Interesting. They seem tough. They're definitely tough. no. Okay, yep, we're in trouble. Item rush. Oh, I zoned out. Grass beans. Ice bomb. They're weak to wind, we know that. Okay, come on. Ryza. Counting on you. Spin strike. Magic damage. Oh, they're both charging. Okay, item time. It's item time. All three bombs. Let's go. Aggression. Everyone use your moves. Everyone go aggressive mode. Holy shit. Oh, that came close. That came really close. Yeah, the enemies here are tough. The enemies here are really tough. That means we're getting good loot out here, though. That does mean we're getting good loot. Oh, we need better healing items. This is pathetic. Oh, we're out of core charges. Well, shit. Alright, let's see if we can fight this guy. Ooh, fishing. Exofish. Ooh. Okay, whatever it is, it's down here. Is that it? Is that it over there? Yeah, there it is. Okay, it's a physical guy. It's one of these guys. Peepees. One of these guys. Technically, we can just ignore it. That is an option. Okay, so we want to start with a buff. I think I want to use the bug net, because the bug net starts us off like a little bit, lowering the opponent's like speed stat. Golem cores, interesting. All right, let's get moving. We immediately need to heal. Immediately, we're already about to lose someone because I did not heal them, so let's use the grass beans. It's not going to be enough, but it's going to be a start. I healed the wrong person. God damn it. That's fine, he's really fast. They're both almost dead. This is bad. This is bad. Okay, let's get both of the things to proc. If we're lucky, one of them, she'll just use the heal. That is not the heal. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We're good. We're good. Item rush. Fuck, we lost him. Use the ice bomb. Slow him down. Slow him down as much as you can. Tag out. We need Ryza in. Okay, cool. Ryza's doing her thing. We can item rush. We should have enough to use a single nectar. Bring her back. Alright, we got a res. Gonna swing. Oh, they're hitting Tau. Okay. Just Shining Blast, Crystallizing Aura, I guess Blaze Rush. Blaze Rush doesn't do anything, but it gives us core charges, which we could definitely use. Keep it up, Ryza. Oh shit, we lost someone again. Nectar, stop dying. Ice Bomb. Okay, let's go. Look, keep lowering those resistances. Keep it alive. Keep it going. I think we can do this. It's not buffing itself. Stop doing that. Weak to Rose Bombs now. We want the debuffs. We want as many of these debuffs we have on the bombs going as possible. Deal magic damage. You got it. Alright, everybody's gonna use their things. Get comboing. I want to switch over to her. Do I have items that I want to use with her? I do. I do have these. I also tried biscuits. Biscuits are probably going to be pretty good right now. Let's start getting that going, and then we can also fish oil. Let's buff ourselves up, because we keep on dying too quickly. Alright, so bomb. Just gets some damage in. Auto heal. Gives us a bit of regen. Increase our defense with the fish oil. Yeah, we need to get some stuff in with her. They're going for their thing. Let's Spirit Dance, get the buffs going. Frozen Lily. Gale Spikes. Infinity Arrows. Keep the debuffs going. Do your thing. Tactics level up, so we're at max tactics level now. Ryza's the only one who has a res item. Ryza's the only one carrying a res item. Shit. We lost the fight. We lost the fight. Run away. Run away. Run away. Fuck! Right when we were finally getting it down. Right when we were, like, finally getting it. Ah, shit. Damn. Fuck my ass. Holy shit. Fuck. Alright, cool. Cool. That's exciting, though. That makes me very happy. Makes me very happy that we have a fight that we can't do easily. That means we can get some work done. We can get some work done and improve. That's exciting. That's good news. Is that a land shark? I forgot to heal. Hey, let's run. Let's run away. Let's fucking split. Since I forgot to heal before we start. We have no core charges. We have no core charges. We can't fight this thing right now. No. Gotta blast. Gotta blast. Let's just empty our pockets and heal up. Ooh, Nelly. Hoodie's back. What'd you bring us? Fish! Thank you. Oh, the boy's level 30. You can now eat more food at a time. Nice. You eat a lot of food now. What if we sort by luster and we just make him the lustrious thing? We don't have a ton of like crazy luster stuff. A bunch of stuff for mood. Not really. We got some of these. We can feed him some lucky clovers. Oh yeah, max mood. Maximum mood. He's a lavender pony. Alright, well. Okay. Yeah, that was a shit show. I think it's time. I think it's time for some item upgrades. It's been a while. Like, honestly, we were needing to do this a while ago. Let's see what this does. Heals HP, effect increases with tactics level. Okay, flavorful fruit. Fruity explosion in your mouth. Hell yeah, I fucking love that shit. If tactics level 3 or higher, revives from Kale. Interesting. Oh, this is so interesting. So it heals and it gets better and better depending on your tactics levels. Stun gauge recovery is pretty dope. This is an interesting item. This is a very interesting item. We don't know how to make berry syrup, though. Can't make that. Where can we go from here with other things? Like, the fish oil is the end of that. What does this do? Amateur metal. Heals HP over time and recovers AP. Okay, so that's... got it. Defense up, which I like. Energy surge. Something increases maximum HP. That's good. So this is defense buffing. Defense buffing and regen. This is a cool item. What is the difference between that and the fish oil? I thought the fish oil did like the same thing. One second. Consumables. And then we have the mystic robes. What is this? We can't make mystic robes because we don't know how to make sorcery rose. So, what's the difference between this and the fish oil? Fish oil, defense and recovers stun gauge. And then speed up. Oh, okay. I think this is better. I like this more. This does require Stardium to make, which is a bit of a nightmare. But we can use the Stardium to give it, like, better healing. So we're going to make a Stardium specifically for that, I think. That would be nice. What else do we have access to unlocking? Because I know there's probably more healing items we have hidden under, like, flour or something. Zettel gives us access to a lot of things. Ingot, Stardium, we can make fluffy tails and Creminias. Make bestial air from cloth. Honey can give us clover milk and elt's sugar. Healing chips can give us dry powder. Poison powder and taboo drops. Blue flame embers. Alchemy paint and golden oil. Accidentally pressed. Skip. Poison cube and Ashura donuts. Don't know how to make berry syrup, so we can't make them. Thorny embrace and heavenly string. What is this thorny embrace we can make? Other than a good time. Why did I do that? Other than a good time, what is a thorny embrace? What do we need here? We need to sort by wind. Mushrooms, we need to sort these by lightning. We have a lot of these, which is pretty good. Beetle Slayer, interesting. Seafood, we need to sort by blue. Oops, sort by ice. Okay, crabs. Crabs are our secret weapon here, I guess. What is a thorny embrace? What is this? This is a debuff item. Effect 1 constricts sense and add general. Okay, so what does this do?
Constrict has a chance to restrain the target and reduce speed. I do like that. Grants chance to inflict restraints. Poisons. I do like poisons. Ice vulnerability. Constrict freedom. Oh, it's just a fancier way of saying constrict. What's the strongest one? Constrict soul. We can make one. We can make one of these. Why not? Let's inflict some fucking restrict and then also some poison. Let's fucking do it. I definitely want to do this. Banish strength. Love it. Where's the trait slots? Okay, trait slots are right here. That's good. We should sort by fire. Yeah, this will be the way to go, because we have a lot more of these. And it gives us 2 more things we can add. So we can inflict poison large or ice vulnerability. Clearly this is what we're going for. But that gives us 2 more things we can fill in if we so choose. So we can go for even more restraints. Yeah, we're gonna fucking restraint and poison the hell out of people. Hell yeah. We don't have enough to go for the medium, so what else can we fill in? I guess we just do some quality. Yeah, we'll pop that in there. Get a bit of a quality bonus. Max out the quality. Okay, so this is a throwable, so we want... let's go for Banish Strength. Temporarily reduces attack moderately when using item. And then... I don't think any of this really matters. First protection, I guess. High quality. In fact, we'll just take that off in case we want to duplicate it. Cool, Thorny Embrace. A really good Thorny Embrace, too. So we learned how to make that. What else can we make? See, this is interesting. Nature's Bane. Oh, right, we can make accessories as well. We might need to make accessories soon. We've been avoiding it, but we definitely probably should. Are we still wearing garbage rags? Oh, we have not made armor since that armor. We probably should, though, because we actually did just get our ass kicked. Which is exciting. I'm glad that we got our ass kicked, because that means we have interesting stuff we can do. We're doing good! We're making better healing items, because our healing items are kind of shitty right now. So we're gonna make a cocktail leb. What do we have that counts as spices? Honey, right? Honey counts as spices? Honey counts as spices, yes. Okay, so we're gonna make a honey. Is there a loop we can go into with honey? What is honey made of? Beehive bugs and lumber. No. What can we do that counts as lumber? Green neutralizer, right? Yes. Okay, so green neutralizer, and it infinitely loops into itself with lumber as well. So we want terrific healing. Yeah. It's very motivating. It makes me excited because there's a lot more that we can do. One of these would be good for the Guardian's Blessing. And then what else do we want in here? Filter, we want Healing Plus. Okay, cool. Now let's actually get this going how it should be. Okay, so now we can synth it, but we want to make sure that we have the lumber in here. Cannot access here. Okay, I'll use the Mana Eater branch.
That does not count. Right, because that's fire. Let's remove our filter. We'll just put one of those on there. And then we need to make sure we get this lumber. Steel protection. It'd be pretty dope. Okay, no, we want to make sure that we add lumber. This is very important that we add lumber. Okay, so this is good. This is all we want. We want the healing plus. We want terrific healing. That's only for armor. Okay, so we can either go for Guardian's Blessing or Lightspeed's Blessing. Do we want speed or more defense from a healing item? I think we'll just go for the defense. Yeah, in the hopes of dreams of bees. Okay, so we're not done making it. We made the thing, but it's not maxed out. It does count as lumber, and lumber is one of the ingredients for making green neutralizers. So we're going to organize by date and put in the 4 green neutralizers we just made. Thank you. The 4 neutralizers we just made are going to go back into here. Right, so we're going to sort by wind. We'll just put in whatever. Just put in that. Doesn't really matter. And then we need to get some blue in here. Because once we do, we don't want to use up like all of our good shit, but we're going to make something. I'm going to put in some of this aqua ore, which is why we gather so much aqua ores, because we go through a lot of it. Boom, that gives us the recipe for green neutralizer. And now all those are up to level 30 healing plus, which is the highest that it can go. And we want to put the ample healing on there as well. Ooh, we can do ample healing and terrific healing. I don't think we're going to do ample and terrific. I think we're just going to do terrific and Guardian's Blessing because I want the defense boost. I'm a big fan of buffing. I'm sorry, Fi. I'll play with you after this. Huh? Who could that be? Well, I guess I'll take a quick break. Hold on, I'm coming. Wait? Oh, no. 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 Oh, this is bad. Boy, the capital sure does have some pushy salesmen. Maybe I should put up a no soliciting sign. Oh, Fi, what happened? No, I got a little singed. You were trying to help me out by stirring it, huh? Another second and the potion would have burned away completely. Thank you, Fi. Sorry about leaving you alone like that. Although, I might just be able to turn you into a proper assistant. Thanks again, Fi. God, I bet it's so fucking stressful being an alchemist. Just stirring for hours. An Arbor Ivy. Ooh, that's a new item. Oh, level ups. Yes. Alright. And what are we going to send you out for this time? Constitution. Does the last one not? Okay, the last one does. That brings it up to 80. Ooh, a silver pony. We've seen gold before. Yeah. It sure seems dangerous. Okay, so what were we doing? Right, we made the neutralizer, and we're gonna put the neutralizer into something we were gonna make. We can turn thorny smoke into poison smoke. Or Thorny Embrace into Poison Smoke. That is an option. Right, it was gonna go to the cocktail lab. So, we need to drop in Dragon Egg. Drop in another Dragon Egg. Right? Actually, which way are we going? Let's look at what we're doing first. Quality, trade slots. Okay. So that's quality. This is edible. That's food mixture. I do like flavorful fruit. Let's get all the mandatory stuff in first. So we're gonna sort by date. Right, no, we're not done yet. We made the neutralizer to make honey, and then the honey is gonna go in there. Right. Okay, so go to the honey. In fact, we should just sort by fire. Oh, look at that. Look at that, just good gold honey. Oh, we should go gather a bunch of this. Now that we can. Now that is how you fill in an item. Okay, bugs. Doesn't really matter, does it? Just put it in one of these. Lumber, this is where the sort by date comes in. So this is where we have the neutralizer. Boom. That's exactly what we want. At this point, we just want to add fire. Yeah, just add in, like, some worms. Fuel, no, that's not what we want. Ice, no. Quality from a beehive, yes, please. We can fit one more thing in there. I think we're gonna use a bug. Nice. Let's see. We'll put the healing plus, and then we want the terrific healing and the guardian's blessing. Okay, cool. Now we made 3 things of honey with all those traits. So the honey is now going to go into making the Energiancia. Or Energianica. Energianica. Don't like that name. No. No, not Energianica. Cocktail Lab. Not the Energianica. And then I can use the duplicate. Yeah, duplicate cauldron. Most Atelier games have some form of duplication that you can do. It just, and it's different in each game. I do like that this one has the duplicate cauldron right here that we can just walk over to. In Atelier Sophie, there's a shopkeeper who that's what she does. So you just give her money and she'll duplicate it. There is in Lydian Swell, it's basically the same thing. In Sophie 2, it's a shopkeeper. It's not what makes the game playable, but it's what makes like min-maxing doable. The one I don't like is an Atelier Fierce, where it's a thing that you have to give milk in exchange for it. And the problem with that is Atelier Fierce is entirely built around this idea that you can't easily get what you want. You work with what you can because you're always on the move. Which is very frustrating that it requires a specific item to do the thing with. So a lot of the time you just won't have access to that item. It's really annoying. Like, unless it does cost gems, which gems we have to make gems by reducing around like massive amounts of items. But you just get rid of your garbage that way. Yeah, exactly. It just makes things smooth. What were we doing? Man, I sure don't know. What were we doing? Something with bees. That doesn't sound right. Let's just make the cocktail lab. I don't know what we were what I was thinking. And then, oh, here it is right here. Interesting. It doesn't count as ice, so it doesn't even synergize with what we're wanting there. Is there an ice one anywhere nearby? No, that's fire. Oh, and these count as fire. So if we end up going all the way up here for trait slots, that could actually work better. So we'll actually do this like this. So that gives us 1 trait slot. Stun gauge recovery. We need to sort by lightning, see what our options are. We have shark fins. We can do that. That opens up everything. We do not have any soul flowers, so we can't do that. We do not have access to berry syrup yet either, so we can't do flavorful fruit. Which sucks because I want the explosion of flavor in my mouth. Stun gauge recovery we can lean into if we so choose, but I don't think I want to. I want to focus on healing. We'll just throw an avocado in there. And then spices. This is where the honey we made comes in. Sort by fire. Use a little bit of a nectar rock. Okay, everything we want that we have access to anyways is here. I'd really like to do food mixture, but we do not have access to berry syrup right now. So, until we find that recipe or how to make it, this is probably as good as the healing is going to get. So now we can invest in this stuff. Gauge recovery. Blue spices. Okay, start by ice. Let's take 2 of these, and then we can get the stun gauge recovery. What is that, medium? That's not bad. Food mixture medium and stun gauge recovery medium. We'll put healing plus on there. And then we can put terrific healing and guardian's blessing. Healing plus is level 30, which is the max level. Increases item heal by up to 30%. So 30% healing, plus 20% healing, plus temporarily increasing defense moderately when used. I could go for ample healing to get another 10% on top of there, or healing 12 to get some amount. I think 12%. But I'm gonna go with the defense buff instead. Because defense buffs mean we're gonna have to heal less often. So we have the cocktail lab done. We could try to go for biscuits again. What is the biscuit? Are biscuits good? We have healing taste. The biscuit didn't really... The biscuit's best thing is we can get access to regen medium easy. But this isn't all... The biscuits aren't that great. Biscuit was kind of underwhelming. How much can we get the beans into? How far can the beans go? Okay, the beans are bad. Beans are just bad. We need to move on past beans. No more beans. Let's see. The Energionica. This takes Stardium to make, which is kind of annoying. But I kind of want to make some. What does the Mystic Robe do? Oh, right. Can't make it. We're missing an item. What else do we have access to? We can make stuff with Zettel. Let's make some Zettel, just to see what we can move forward to from Zettel. Not necessarily because we would need the Zettel for anything. I just want to unlock some of these. Like Traveler's Water Orb, I want to figure out what is. Reinforced Zettel requires Ancient Solution, which we don't know how to make. This is all quality bonusing stuff. In trade slots. So Zettel's really good for boosting quality, it looks like. We can do this. Add a little bit of a trait slot. We need 2, so we'll use an Aqua Ore. So many things require Aqua Ore. That's a very important thing. We'll just plop in one of these. Fill that in. And then if we use Foamy Water, it translates into a Traveler's Water Orb. I don't know what that is. No, I want to see what this is. Quality bonus. Add lightning effect spread. That's not bad. When using material loop, element loop value will also affect one material loop ahead. That's pretty good. That's pretty interesting. Then we can make Delphi Rose. We have Delphi Rose Incense, which we do not have. But we can make Mist Liquid. Which I think Mist Liquid is used for, like, making something, so we should actually do that. Let's keep going forward. Let's keep going even further beyond. We need to really, like, just push forward with some of these alchemy recipes, because I think if we make this, we can access another tier of bombs, which will be very useful to get. So this transforms it even farther. So now we're in the recipe to make Mist Liquid, which looks like it once again has a lot of effect spread, synthesizing quality. This doesn't turn into anything, I don't think. Straight slots, quality, synth quality. This seems to be the end of this tree. Okay. Okay, so, but this is also useful because I think this will become the first liquid type item that we will know how to make, which was causing us problems before as we could not make anything under the water category. So being able to make things under the water category, which hopefully, I'm pretty sure, Mist Liquid sounds like it should be, right? Should hopefully help us do more refinement loops and stuff like that. Just give us more options on like directions we can do stuff with. So let's just make this like a really basic one of these. Traveler's Water. Okay, we can't make it well, but we can make it because it requires a Traveler's Water orb in order to make. None of this matters. None of this matters. We're just doing it to unlock recipes. We learned how to make Traveler's Water Orb and Mist Liquid. Okay, so we unlocked both by going all the way up it. That's good to know. We've still never made Zettel. Let's make the Zettel real quick. So that way the game knows that we know how to make Zettel. But this is good. This is good. Okay, and then just make the Zettel, just so that way we have it marked as done. And we can gain the XP from making a new item. Traveler's Water Orb, we're going to do the same thing. Just make it real fast. That way the game knows we did it. And for a quick XP bonus, you got to use Zettel to make it. And then you can slap in some of that. Boom. Cool. Yeah, so now we can make a Mist Liquid. Well, we already have a Mist Liquid. Nature's Band requires ingot. Oh, we can make this. What is this? HP Gift to Nature. What is Gift to Nature? Raises defense. Okay. I mean, I like that. I guess we can just do this if we want like a defense item. Okay, sure. We also would probably get a lot of benefit if we actually bothered to make like accessories, because we have not been doing that. We should probably do that as well. Where is the evolve this into a new item thing? Where is that hiding? Dragon wings. Okay. So let's make this real quick. We can't. We don't have enough pearl crystals. Okay. So let's go into the core items. Let's just get rid of all these beans. Nobody equip beans. Beans are bad. Beans are just shitty healing items. They're not doing anything anymore. You equip an actually good heal. Level 38. He's not going to be able to use it. Fuck. What's everyone's dexterity? 31, 36, 22, 13, 51, 42. Okay, so these two are the only two that can actually use it. God damn it, Ryza. Okay. So Ryza, you hold on to the healing item, I guess, the cocktail lab, and then you can hold on to, because you're really good at building meter quickly. You can hold that. You're also good at building meter. I want people to have, like, things they're good at. Like, I want her to be the buff person. But she ain't got them. This is all a mess. This is all a mess. That's our debuffing item. It's only level 10, so pretty much everyone can use it, which is pretty exciting. Let's give it to Patty, because she has an open spot she's not using. All this stuff here is a bunch of healing items that aren't very good. Okay. Oh yeah, the metal pony's back. Dark mushroom, interesting. Ooh, beast scales. I don't even know where to find those. Yeah, this guy's starting to, like, get us some really good stuff. This guy's really starting to get us some good things in return. Mood. Drink water. Drink water. Drink water. Okay. I think that's a good start. We have better healing items, which means we're probably good for a moment. We still need to get better armor, but we have a start. Right, we have like a start. I went to the wrong room. But that's fine. We can get to where we're trying to go from here. We can get to where we're trying to go. Alright, let's go. These guys are extremely physically resistant, so it makes sense that no one's doing any damage because we haven't used magic items. A lot of these guys are physical. Alright, everyone's gonna clock up. We get faster. Some of this. Nice. Rare drops. Yeah, these guys are way weaker than in that other room. I like that we have access to rooms that are, like, way stronger. I do really like that this game is willing to do that. But now that we're, like, back on the path that we're supposed to be on, everything is so weak comparatively. Eternal crystals, cool. Okay, where are we heading? South of here has some good stuff. By that I mean there's a treasure chest that we have not opened. Gimme. We're gonna get so many ores by the end of this place. Holy crap. Now, how do I get up there? Oh, is this a one-way? Is this a one-way? Is that what you're doing to me? Oh, it's a one-way. That's what they're doing. Okay. We'll go around the long way. This is a very nice mine. I like this area. Got good music.
What is over here?
Nice. Excuse me, Poonies. I ain't here for you.
Excuse me. Pardon.
Okay, we're just gonna loop around real quick. Because we do want to get our hands on that treasure chest. Which is down here? Yeah, there it is. It's just a small one. Ooh, Eternal Fire though, that's a new item. We need that for something. I don't remember what, but I remember us seeing it somewhere. All right, next room.
To the... What?
These are the ruins. This must be the place that Len mentioned. So, this really was hidden deep within the mines. Surely the miners must have discovered it, right?
I'm pretty sure the miners found it. That's why the mine opens up into the ruins.
But wouldn't there have been big commotion at the capital? There are no records of anything like that. Do you think Lent went inside? From the way he talked about it, I doubt it. He did say he was busy, but who knows?
Not that it's any of my business, but he's a friend of yours, right?
Yes, he's one of our closest friends.
Then maybe you can give him some space for now. Sometimes a man just wants to be on his own.
I guess so. Anyway, let's check out the ruins for now. We'll deal with Lent afterwards.
Look at this guy. Oh.
Look at this little lad.
All right, let's build up some meter. Rude. Okay, we got the buffs going. Get some of this going. What is this guy resistant to? Is he resistant to magic? Oh, he's resistant to everything that we got. What are you weak to? Oh, they resist elements. They just resist elements in general. Okay. That makes sense. Doesn't feel good to kill this one. No, look at him. He's a little shit. He's a little asshole. It's fine. Oh, right. Elements. Nice. Level 39. Silver putty balls. What is down here? This is probably better. Is that water? Oh yeah, Poonies are like squeaky toys. They just squeak and squeak and squeak and squeak. That's just what they do. They're just squeaky toys. Alright, magic damage, that's gonna get everyone's things going. We have fast action. Icy fascination, that's not what we need. I wanted to clock up. Twist spinner. Power shot. These guys have a lot of defense. We should probably work on the same target. killed it before it can do its big move. That's good. This explosion, not the best move. We'll be fine though. Some basic attacks. Why do you want me to do ice damage, Ryza? What is wrong with you? So weird. Nice. What are the enemy stats? I don't know what of my moves do that. Did that one? No. It did lightning damage, which made Ryza happy. Well, whatever it is, it's dead. Hey, honestly, I can't tell what's happening in these fights. I don't play these kind of combats. It just makes my brain mush. I do want some of those. Yeah, Ember Stones. Because those, before this point, were pretty rare. So I'm assuming being in a volcano-ish area, in magma feeling... Is this magma? Is this place just orange? Okay, no, it's hot. That's steam. This is a hot zone. No more fighting Silver Pony. No more. Oh, right. We're in a thing now, so there's actually, like, things to look for. Block. Spirit Dance. Gale Spikes. Everybody gets their buffs. Nice. Shield Slam. Ah, something's happening. Sure. Cool. Let's build meter. Twist Spinner. Power Shot. Power Shot Plus. Hail Anchor. And Sonic Pulsar. That should do it. Clean. Alright, 5 more Twist Spinners in battle and his little mission there is done. I should probably look and see what they're wanting. Oh, this place is livable. At least it's not like Inferno. Okay, this is just a big open room. Got it. Just a big open room. Ooh! Ooh, 2 new things. Ancient Beehives and Beehives, and Honey Ball. I want Honey Balls. From here we can gain a lot of things, actually. Let's go for the Magma Powder. So we do not have a ton of Magma Powder. And then I want Crimson Ore. Please. Oh, these are all good items. Those are all worth going for, if I'm being honest. Ooh, 2 new items. Delphi Roses. I want to go get more of those golden beehives, though. We were using a lot of those. Those are good. Delphi Roses, Rose Bees, a lot of roses. Smash. Smash. Oh, that's just not a thing. Okay, over there is whatever the story is wanting from us. So we're not going to do that quite yet. We can, like, explore up here. Because there is a treasure chest around here somewhere. Big treasure chest. Sage Circlet. Ooh. What does that do? Heat increase small, Sage's knowledge small reduces damage. Minus 3%. Reduces damage taken at tactics level 2 or higher and increases attack at tactics level 4 or higher. Okay, so that's good for boss fights. Increases magic damage and damage done to weakness. Okay. We're using a lot of magic damage. Reduces all damage by 3%. Interesting. That would be good for Claudia. That'd be really good for Claudia. I'd rather wait until we can actually just make a good one, though. What can we get from here? Lots of things. Claudia. Claudia, what are you bringing us, Claudia? Some of this would be good. What is this? Ancient Forge. I'm not here to fight these things. Okay, let's go south. Okay, that's north. So, south? No. South, no. South. How do we go south? Hole over here. I see the hole. I see that hole over there. This would probably be better. Have too much. Okay, pockets are full. No, 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 no. Paper. It's all paper. I mean, I can't really pick up anything. I should probably head back. Got full pockets. Okay, yeah. Place has got cool music, though. So let's head back to the Atelier. And drop off all this loot. Bunch of good-ass loot, too. What you got for me, Poonie? Ooh. Cool. 2 level ups as well. You're level 37. You're about to pass us, buddy. Going on quite the adventures. No, wait. Speed. Sort by Constitution. Is there anything with high Constitution we have, like, a lot of? Something like this. Ooh, a Stone Poonie. You're new. That's a new one. Cool. Okay, let's save. Alright, you know what that means. We're calling it here today. Rebuild level 30. Weird that it's clarifying that. We're gonna call it here today. I'm getting a little worn out. We've been going for 3.5, which is pretty long for me, and we're doing a lot of these this week, so... I went to the wrong screen. Let's find someone to raid. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. Who's going? Oh, well, someone just stopped. Birdie's going. Raid Birdie. I want to get some stuff done today.
Who doesn't want to become the talk
What is
of the
this?
town here?
This is an ad. I don't want this ad. Go send Birdie some love. We'll be playing more Atelier. And maybe we'll actually have enough time to play a bunch of spooky games this October. I didn't think that through when we started playing this. I'm like, oh, this is going to take a lot of time. So maybe me getting a bunch of days off this week was a blessing. Maybe it was like reality being like, hey, you got shit coming up you want to do. You didn't think this through. Anyways, I'll catch y'all next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.